Hey, good early morning to you. Rain is back in the Arklatex. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Evan Thomason here in the Weather Center on this Thursday. It is only back, though, for some of you, not for everybody. I don't think everybody's going to be getting rain here for the day today, but out of those of you that will be receiving rain, it's going to be coming quite a bit here down for the day today. So please don't forget the umbrella on your way out the door and some rain boots, because we finally have a good surge of moisture tracking itself into the northern half of the region today. You can see it from our current satellite picture with the cold front off to our west, but you can see those huge cloud tops with the reds and oranges there. Big surge of moisture that's going mainly through Texas and Oklahoma. And again, some of that's just managing to keep itself on the northern half of the region here for the morning hours. So it's going to continue to rain up there. Honestly, for potentially the rest of the morning commute here all the way through 6, 7, 8 a.m. before finally drying up around the middle of the day, and then everybody remains dry here for the middle of the day. Again, that round here for the morning is only going to affect areas along and north of I-30. Meanwhile, for the afternoon commute, most of us should still remain dry with rain off to the west. Meanwhile, the storms finally come on in for everybody with our second round of storms, which is going to target late at night. Look at the time, 10 p.m. when this hits areas of East Texas and southeastern Oklahoma, and this will hit the rest of the region there for essentially the overnight hours into early Friday morning. Here's the only thing. I think the storms become a lot more spotty as they try to get through Shreveport and Natchitoches. I would not be surprised, honestly, say that some of you might not even get storms at all, but we are expected to maybe have a few tiny stray rounds of storms still carrying on through Friday before completely drying out for Saturday and most of the weekend. So as for that flash flood risk here for the day today, it's mainly across the northern edge of the Arklatex. That's where we're watching out for, up towards the Queen and Idabel. Slight risk of flash flooding up near there. Meanwhile, just a marginal risk for pretty much everybody else around the Arklatex here between, again, two separate rounds of storms this morning across areas along and north of I-30, and the nighttime ones, the late night, overnight ones going in through the rest of the region. Meanwhile, we do have a separate round of scattered storms targeting the entire Arklatex, likely here for Monday of next week. That system is looking a lot stronger at this current pace, and it could be bringing us a slight risk of flash flooding for everybody around the Arklatex, and more substantial rainfall, especially in spots of Shreveport and Natchitoches with that second system early next week. As for the temperatures, highs slowly finally dropping just a little bit today. Highs should still be in the lower 80s, but dropping off from the mid 80s of yesterday, and eventually we'll get 70s in store for the weekend and early next week. So overall, here's the best time you can receive storms here in your own respective areas. For Texarkana, you pretty much get the bulk of the storms period, especially the bulk of the heavier rain, which is going to happen with the first round attacking right now through the mid-morning hours pretty much. The second round is going to come through here for tonight, and then that second round pushes through the rest of the region. Shreveport and Natchitoches, I'm not expecting consistent storms between Thursday night and Friday midday for Shreveport, for example, but you could expect storms anytime in that time frame, again, in those areas. All right, for your 7-day forecast now, again, it is for Shreveport specifically. I really don't think it rains in Shreveport at all for Thursday. I think if it rains going to happen, it would happen Thursday overnight into early Friday morning, with maybe a brief stray shower in the middle of the day here for Friday before you pretty much dry up by Friday afternoon. Meanwhile, the weekend looking pretty much lovely for everybody here for the most part before we have our next round of scattered storms attacking on Monday of next week, and then we could get some even cooler conditions in store in the 60s by the middle of next week, and it should look like a dry Thanksgiving coming up too.